Hey yo, welcome back to the channel. I'm your boy Matty G coming at you with another video. We're gonna be talking about purpose. Why are we talking about purpose? Is because I started reading this book, which I highly recommend to anybody. This book right here. Right? It's called The 15 Invaluable Laws of Growth by John C. Maxwell. I just read the intro, basically, a few pages of the first chapter, and blew my mind. I wrote one of the quotes. It said, "To discover your purpose, you need to grow in self-awareness." What does that even mean, right? So I started thinking to myself, I was like, let's break this down. So self-awareness, I was like, okay, self-awareness is looking into yourself, seeing what you have. But I feel like, right, I'm like, nah, it has to go beyond that. I think self-awareness is realizing who you are as a person, who you are, not what you can offer. Because many people would think, oh, well, if I do this, then I'm this, right? No. And I had to learn this the hard way, right? I mean, I have a great church that is all about the word, and because of that, I thank God that I'm not where I should be. I should be out in the world doing God knows what. But thank God for, books like these. But the book, the Bible. Alright, if y'all don't know what the Bible is, then you must be living in a world that doesn't have it, and I'm sorry that you don't have it. But the Bible is the absolute truth, and if you don't agree with me, oh well, you're going against God, not me, right? But yeah, so I think self-awareness is who you are. And in order to discover who you are, you need to know the one who created you. The one who created you is God, right? And when we look at the characteristics of God, we see him as creator, a lover, a adventurer, and he's patient, he's loving, he's kind, and these are the things that we actually have within ourselves. We naturally love, we naturally are kind, but we don't want to give it to the person who created these things in us. That's God. He created those things in us. So now, since we're self-aware of who we are, because we know who he is, right? We start to think, okay, what is purpose then? What is our purpose? I'm going to break this down simply. And I learned this from a brother in church, also from my leaders. Basically, purpose is, I believe, is to be in relationship with God. And through having relationship with God, you would then find your calling. And calling is where God has you to serve. And it could be in cleaning the bathrooms. It could be in the sound ministry, worship ministry. And for all of us is evangelizing, speaking the gospel. That is our ultimate calling. That's for everyone. But the specific callings, only God knows. Like for me, God has called me to be a musician. I want to say worshiper, but we're all meant to be worshipers. So I want to say musician. I play the drums. I used to play the drums in church. But the reason why I don't is because, honestly, just I haven't been in my purpose, which is to be the relationship with God. I was trying to overcome certain things, but it didn't happen because I wasn't focused on my purpose. And that's the thing about it. You could be doing your calling, but you don't have the purpose in it. And an example of this is one time I was playing drums. Actually, this happened twice. I was playing drums, and I was playing a simple song too. Really simple. It's a 3/4 song, so it's 1 2 3, 1 2 3. And I played the song many times before, but this time I forgot how to play it. Literally, I didn't know how to play the bridge. And the bridge is so simple. You're just basically playing out. You're playing out the full beat. But because I didn't have a relationship with God throughout the week or throughout months, the thing is, the calling God has given me it's his. the reason why the drums, is natural to me is because I don't want to say he installed it, but he's given me that talent. And because he gave me that talent, I started to then work on it. And the progress of it was pretty fast. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. Trust me, I'm not. But I'm just being real. But the moment I start to lose my relationship with God, the moment I start to look onto something else, drumming, at that moment when I was playing the song, I forgot how to play. I didn't know how to hit the bass drum with my foot anymore. I didn't know how to do the cuts anymore. I didn't know any of that anymore. And it was scary, but it's that moment that I thank God for, because in that moment I understood I was so focused on my calling to serve, but I was serving with what purpose? And the purpose was to please myself and to hide behind the drums. It wasn't to glorify God and to express my love I have for Him. I couldn't do that to the drums anymore because I didn't have a relationship with Him. And that's why even now I speak to myself, but I want to encourage you guys to just focus on that, your relationship with God, because that is your purpose. Alright? But before you do that, you need to be self-aware. Say, ask yourself, have I been what God has called me to be? Because there's potential in you. And I know people have negative connotation about that. Potential is like, oh, well, I don't have it, so I don't have it. No. Potential is seeing who you are. And what you are is a warrior. You are a fighter. You are a conqueror. You are an adventurer. You are a lover. And I'm not saying this because I'm just trying to say it. I'm saying it because God says it. He said it in His Word throughout the Old and New Testament. I'm not saying anything new. I promise you I'm not. So, I'm going to leave you with that because I don't want this video to be too long. But I just want to reiterate that overall, look, I'm looking down because I have notes. So I'm going to read it to you. Overall, purpose is being in relationship with God. And calling is serving, and the calling is serving in the capacity God has for you. And it's beyond the four walls, by the way. I just mentioned it because that's a common thing, right? Doing things within the church, but it's more for outside the church. So just keep that in mind. And also, I encourage you to do your own research. This is what I think, just based on my personal experience. But if I'm wrong, let me know. I'll, again, love to see what you guys have to say in the comments below. But if you agree with me, if you do agree, please like and subscribe if you want. I'm not forcing it. You just viewing is enough for me. Trust me.